I am the oldest 4-year-old you've ever seen. So August is a big year in the history of this channel. August 22nd, 2019 was the first episode that officially started this version of Pick the Pagan. Some of my older followers will know that there was another version of Pick the Pagan before this channel. That version is probably a few months to a year older than this one actually, so it's probably in reality closer to 5 years than it is 4. So we're celebrating 4 years today though, because on August 22nd again, this channel will turn 4 years old. A lot of memories in those 4 years. So how it all started is that I wanted to have videos to answer questions that people have, because I was a big fan of YouTube. And so in the beginning, when I started looking up answers to questions of myself, there are two people that I looked up on YouTube that helped me out originally, and that was Chris Aldridge, who had videos on YouTube, still does, that you all know. And there was also Child of Zeus, who you all know now as Eagle of Zeus. In 2019, those are the two that actually helped me out and answered some questions. So they are inspirations for the birth of Pick the Pagan. And I thought that there are a lot of questions out there that people have, and I'm a visual learner. If I'm not doing it, I like to see someone do it. And so I thought I could do a channel too, that I loved creating content on YouTube. So the original Pick the Pagan was not Pick the Pagan, the original channel. It started all off as a horror movie and horror TV show review channel. The origins of Pick the Pagan, the original channel, were episode reviews of Tales from the Crypt, Monsters, which is an anthology horror series, and Tales from the Dark Side. And after we reviewed the entire series of Monsters, and I started on Tales from the Dark Side and Tales from the Crypt, I reviewed every episode of Tales from the Crypt. Then I was starting to become a Hellenic polytheist at that time, and I wanted to record videos to help people with that. And so I mixed some Hellenic polytheist videos in with videos about the Crypt Keeper. And that's when Eagle of Zeus, or Child of Zeus, found me originally. He was the first one that you guys would know that followed me back in the early days on my original channel. And I scrapped that channel because it was a mixed bag of information. You had horror reviews, and then you had Hellenic polytheist opinion videos. And so I realized that people coming for Hellenic polytheist videos would not want to hear me talk about Egyptian mummies coming back to life killing people on an episode of Monsters, or the monsters, and horror fans wouldn't want to hear about the worship of Aphrodite and Zeus particularly. And so what I did is that I got rid of that original channel and started fresh. Some of my early videos that you see on this channel, this Pick the Pagan, are from the original channel. The first video is actually from the original channel that I re-uploaded to this one. I think it was a ritual to Aphrodite, ironically. And then some of my home rituals back way years ago, and so forth. So the inspiration, the people that inspired me to create my own channel do go to Chris Aldridge and his YouTube channel at the time, and Child of Zeus, who is now known as Eagle of Zeus. And I've told both of them, that they have been an inspiration. So without Eagle of Zeus, without Chris Aldridge, there may have never been a Pick the Pagan. So I started my first videos just recording daily things that I wanted to share. It was mostly rituals. And one thing I've noticed that I've mentioned before is that it's kind of a personal journal. You see where I started off recording rituals and my personal beliefs and how it's evolved over these last 4 years. So I go back and I watch some of these old videos, and I may not necessarily have the same views now that I did back then. But that's part of spirituality, is that you learn and you grow. And so it's ever evolving. So in another 4 years, 5 years, the things I say and practice now may completely change in 4 or 5 years. So it's interesting, again, to see just the evolution of the channel and my own spiritual growth, and it's documented and shared for all of you to see. So why did I make a channel? Why did I feel like I could do it? Is because I, again, was a visual learner, and there were a lot of questions that were asked on Facebook and social media that had a few answers to, and maybe 100 answers to, but you're not going to read all that. But I figured, why isn't there a video on this? And so there was one year in particular that I did a video a day for a whole year. If I didn't, it was very close. I remember it was either my first or second year, some of the ones that have been with me on this channel towards the beginning. It was about a video a day. That's how many topics that I was able to touch on a day. And that's something that that's a lot of energy that I don't do anymore. But it was interesting to see that I was able to do that. So one thing that was my inspiration that I've told someone before is that back when I had like 10 subscribers, I did one of my Oracle Tarot readings, or my Oracle readings from the Mythic Oracle that you've seen. And I did a reading, and I don't remember what card it was, but it was, I want to say it was Helios, if I remember right. I did a reading, and it said, and it told me basically, back when I just had 10 subscribers, I'll never forget it, that it told me that what you're doing now is the start of a spiritual journey that's going to touch a lot of people. And I took it seriously when I saw that, also with a grain of salt. And I was thinking, wow, is what I'm doing going to actually matter to somebody? And like I say, 10 subscribers, then it turned into 100 subscribers. And I tell this story every year, that I remember telling my wife that I was like, holy crap, there's 100 subscribers. And in particular, I remember when it hit 110 subscribers, I was off the walls. I was so excited and happy for 110. And then she wasn't too impressed. I mean, 110, And then I remember telling her that it hit 500, and then it hit 1,000, and so forth. So, and like I said, it's been a journey the entire way, and it is nothing without you guys. And so I've been real with you. I've never sugarcoated anything, as you've seen in my Rare Rants videos, and it's all for you guys. I do this out of the passion and love to help people. I want people to learn. I want to have some answers for the questions that people have. And if I don't know, I want to help you guys find out. And I want to find out the answers myself. And in these 4 years, you've seen the highs and lows for sure. You've seen, and I've documented the stories of all the different houses I've been in and apartments. I was in my in-laws' house on my first video. Or when it's, I think there's a video of my morning rituals or something like that. That was in the basement of my in-laws' house when I used to live there. And then you would see me go into the closet. And when I was in the closet, literally, not figuratively, I did a lot of videos recording in my daughter's closet. That was at the apartment. And then we moved here to this house. And that's, if those that have been here a little while remember, a couple of years ago I cut my face open, and that's where I got this beautiful scar with a lawnmower. Yeah, I went to go get a lawnmower. That, for people that don't know, that are interested in this nasty thing, and I was pushing the lawnmower, and there were giant spider webs with those black and yellow spiders, you know. And I ducked under the webs, but it had just rained that morning or the night before, and I was just moving the lawnmower to get it out and closer to the house, and it went out from under me, and I fell on the lawnmower and it cut me open right there. Had 8 stitches put in. I immediately knew something was wrong. That's not fun and nice, and I don't recommend it to anybody. Yeah, I fell down and hit my face, and it was immediately numb. And I remember my wife was saying, "You okay?" And I was like, "No." Side story. When your face is completely numb, there's something wrong. And yeah, I won't get graphic, but it was bad. But it was 8 stitches. So some of you people remember that story and how I was bandaged up right here. I like to say that we've been through a journey together, and then sadly this year Dad passed away, and I shared that with you. So thank you for being with me for 4 years is the moral of what I'm trying to say. It's been a lot of fun. I still continue to have fun meeting lifelong friends and new expansions, new territories, and new things I've never even heard of 4 years ago that we're getting into now, such as Discord. I remember not even knowing what the heck Discord was, and someone had to explain it to me and how it works, because I'm awful with technology. And I'm not hip and into it with all the kids. So it's been fun. Some things not so much when it comes to social media. Like, I'm still not big into Twitter, or X as it's called now, but it's going to always be Twitter in my heart. So yeah, so we've had Facebook groups, and Instagram's been a lot of fun. And let's see, TikTok is another thing that we got into as a community, and I say we because it's not about me, it's about us. I consider Pick the Pagan not to be me. It's me, obviously, but it's a community now. And so we've explored into like I said, social medias and TikToks. TikTok has been fun, that I use occasionally. And who knows? They're going to invent something else that I might get into in the future. We'll see. So yeah, so thank you all. Thank you all so much for joining me. The ones that are going to see this in the future, that might watch this video, you guys matter to me. And I read every comment. I don't comment on every comment, but I do see them all. So I do thank you for all of the nice things that you have said throughout the years. And I really appreciate it, like I said. So thank you for 4 years. And we'll see how far it goes. Like I said, it'll never go away. I may go away. I may be one of the channels that just disappears and never uploads again in the future. Not planning to anytime soon. But you never know how life's going to be. But it'll never be taken down. It'll just be one of those things that you'll never see me post again, and everyone is going to be asking, whatever happened to that guy? I think that that's the future of the channel, but we're going to try to make it go as long as we can. As long as the muses inspire, and the gods are always with us, so that's no doubt. But as long as there's inspiration for new content, as long as someone has a question, I will always try to be here for you guys. And we'll grow together and see what the future holds. Anyway, guys, thank you for 4 years. And I'll see you in the next video. Exciting times. I'm really excited about the future. Got good stuff. Hellenic Polytheists we are. Mythical Musings has been a lot of fun this year. And it's been a mixed bag of emotion, but it's been a good life. And I thank you all for joining me in this life. Bye.